So we're still at the Jordan River for yet another dramatic story, and this one is to do with none other than Elijah the prophet. So we're all familiar with Elijah the prophet who comes to visit us at Pesach, but Elijah also has a very important role in our Jewish tradition, and that is to bear witness that when our sons have a brit, that he is the witness that we are continuing our covenant with God. Anyway, in the days when Elijah walked the face of the earth, which is sometime back in the 8th century before the Common Era under the rule of King Ahab, so he was called at the end of his service to come down to the Jordan, pretty much to be taken to the realm of God. And he comes down with his apprentice who's called Elisha. Now basically the two of them come together, they come to the town of Jericho, which is not far from where we are now, and Elijah wants to come down here on his own, and Elisha wants to come with him. And Elijah's saying to him, listen, you've got to stay back in the town, I'll be back soon. And basically they end up coming here together. And so we pick up the story in the book of 2 Kings, and Elijah says to him, to Elisha, he says, stay here please, for the Lord has sent me onto the Jordan. And he says, as the Lord lives and your soul lives, I will not leave you. What a keen apprentice he is. So the two of them went on. Now Elijah took his mantle and rolled it up and struck the water, and it was divided this way and that, so that the two of them crossed over on dry ground. And so it was, when they had crossed over, that Elijah said to Elisha, ask, what may I do for you before I am taken away from you? And Elisha said, please, let a double portion of your spirit be upon me. Quite a request. So he said, you have asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if you see me when I am taken from you, it shall be so. But if not, it will not be so. And then it happened, as they continued on and walked and talked, that suddenly a chariot of fire appeared with horses of fire, and swept the two of them, and separated the two of them. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into the heaven. Okay? And at that point the mantle comes down and Elisha picks it up and carries on Elijah's good work. So this is a kind of an interesting point, because Elijah not only is disappearing up to the heavens in a whirlwind of fire, but he's also passing on, as it were, his command or his mantle, his magic powers down to Elisha. And there are two other events that take place here that have the same kind of connotation. One is Moses crossing over, or as it were, just passing over his authority to Joshua. As you remember, Moses stays on the other side, doesn't cross the Jordan River, doesn't come into the promised land. It's Joshua who leads the Israelites over. And also another couple of Jewish guys, one of them we know by the name of Jesus, the other one we know by the name of John the Baptist, or we should maybe call him Jonathan the mikveh man, because he was here giving people a mikveh and cleaning their souls in readiness for the end of days. And there is a meeting between the two of them, and John, or Jonathan, he baptizes in a Christian sense. Jesus basically gives him a mikveh, but he also recognizes him as his leader, as it were. So there's a passing on of power there. So this is a very interesting place on many different levels.